If you're anything like me, you want your children to be strong, righteous Muslim children, and the challenge becomes that much more difficult in a world that doesn't make it easy to really stand up for morals, when many things are just becoming all about decadence and degrading all around us. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt that you need to be more equipped to handle the different challenges, whether that's dealing with the ills of social media, whether that's dealing with gender roles and what's going on there, or promiscuity and sexuality in society, or really just trying to figure things out when it comes to language and traveling and even dealing with other Muslims in different places in the world? Well, if so, I understand exactly how you feel, because I felt that way as well. I used to be non-Muslim, so we didn't come from Islam, and alhamdulillah, I was able to accept Islam and experience the sweetness of faith. But one of the things I wanted to do is try to submit my future and my akhirah, because the Prophet ﷺ said 3 things follow you after you pass. 3 things that can still benefit you. And one of those 3 are righteous children or a righteous child who prays for you. So of course, that is on my list. One of those 3 things, I want to make sure I was being selfish, because it's okay to be selfish for good things, right? But I also wanted to leave gifts for the future in children who were proactive, who held on to their deen and their principles. The challenge is I didn't really see many things around like that, because I came from kufr to Islam. We came from something ugly to something beautiful. So it really hurt my heart when I saw friends of mine and I saw their children going from something beautiful, this sweetness of Iman, and chasing kufr and going after something that's ugly. So here's the challenge. Now, as a parent of 10 biological children, yes, I have 10 kids. Pray for me. Keep me in your du'as, right? So I have 4 daughters and 6 sons. Yeah, the numbers and the math are getting away from me right now. And nevertheless, and even 2 bonus stepchildren. So here's the thing. When you have a large family and you're a father, you have a huge responsibility. So I had to dig into many different ways, whether that's studying child psychology, learning the difference in cognitive behavioral therapy, looking at neuroscience, and really trying to look at the leadership and the team building skills I had from entrepreneurship and see how these principles fit in with the family, and looking at how the Prophet ﷺ fulfilled all of these roles as the best example that we've ever had and that the earth has ever known. And I had to become proactive in my parenting. No matter how good you are, though, in your parenting, again, we still have examples of prophets whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us about, whose children still broke bad, but they discharged their responsibility as parents. So what I was able to do is put together a 6-module program called Setting the Standard and Laying the Foundation. It helps parents go from being average to being outstanding, from being reactive parents to being proactive. For example, some of the things that we cover in Module 1 are really learning how to set proper expectations and exactly what proactive parenting is. In the second module, we go through actually how to win at parenting. And no, parenting is not a game, but you have wins and you have losses. But the goal is to discharge your responsibility in a noble and honorable fashion that benefits future generations, inshallah ta'ala. The third module, we deal with effective communication and laying the foundation. See, it's one thing to just communicate. Everybody communicates, but few connect. Now, in the fourth module, we deal with FAM goals and developing a custom curriculum. FAM pretty much meaning fun, actionable, and measurable goals. And at the same time, some of us like to homeschool. I've homeschooled, I've virtual schooled, I tried public schools, tried Muslim schools, a number of different things. And one thing I came to is that each child is different, and everyone should have their custom curriculum, no matter the type of schooling that you use, because schooling does not equate education. And I think it was Mark Twain who said, never let school interfere with your education. Now, fifth, house rules and boundaries and reward systems, which is very important, especially when your children are in the first stage. You know, and if you're familiar with our 3x3 framework, then you understand exactly what that means. That age 1 through 7 and then kind of 7 through preteens can be a little challenging, let alone when we get to teenagers, which can be a bit challenging, if you understand what I'm saying. Now, in the sixth module, we have the do's and don'ts of parenting, as well as taking care of yourself as a parent. Because if you are not there, if you're not practicing your proper self-care, you could be depleted, you could be sleep deprived and everything else, and that will absolutely make you a poor parent. no matter how hard you try. There's no forcing it. So in these 6 different modules, what we've done is help take you from being average to being outstanding. But there's a lot of work that's required. So there are worksheets that are required. There are audios you can take with you that you can listen to when you're traveling, or maybe when you're in the shower, or you're doing chores around the house, whatever it may be. There's the whole audio course, but then there's also a new video course. Yes, we've remixed it and also put video with it because many of us are visual learners, of course. So you can experience this in every single way. Now, one of the challenges is that we don't have a lot of resources with being proactive. You know, we may have the basic books, or you have some things on fiqh, or you have some good advice. This is not advice. This is actual parent strategy. This helps you develop a plan of action and execute. It's not about wishing, it's about deciding and getting things done. So I'm inviting you to purchase the Setting High Standards and Laying the Foundation program for you and your family, for your parenting, so that you are proactive and, of course, outstanding, because we don't want you to be average. Average, nothing but the bottom of the top and the top of the bottom. Of course, there's a guarantee, like with all of the products and services that we offer, because we stand on them. And we know that if you aren't finding benefit, then others won't find benefit. So of course there's a guarantee, but the great part is you don't have to go to the many different trainings. You don't have to hire the coaches. You don't have to study all of the extra child psychology or the neurology, or find out what neuroscience is talking about and go back over here and how your hormonal development affects it. You don't have to really do all of that, because we've amalgamated it and put it in this program for you. And of course, as part of, if you already don't have the high cost of low self-esteem report, you're going to have that ebook as a part of this program. With that being said, make sure you click the button below, you take action and start on your proactive journey right now. So 1, your children can pray for you and they're righteous after you pass. And number 2, you see the fruit of that labor while you're still here. May Allah Ta'ala make your children the coolness to your eyes and a warmth to your heart. I look forward to seeing you inside the members area, where you have my direct contact information as well as the teams, so we can help you increase in the effectiveness of your parenting. With that being said, remember, a wish changes nothing, but a decision changes everything. So make that decision to click the button below and get this incredible course. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.